what's up, Toy Fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Totally Cool YouTube channel. Of course, we're also posting this on our Facebook page, so you can watch this episode on either YouTube or Facebook. And before we proceed to anything else, just want to say thank you for all of our followers, all of those who followed our Facebook page, all of the new people who viewed our newly posted material on YouTube, and most of all to the young fans who have reached out and said so many nice things about the content that we've posted. Rest assured, we're going to put more up, and we're going to be adding more content that you can watch and that could entertain you and inform you at the same time. Now, why are we here? Let's talk ToyCon. Now, if for those of you who are watching this from other parts of the world, Philippines or Manila has its annual ToyCon somewhere around May or June, and this time it was from June 14, 15, and 16 at the SMX Mall of Asia. We were there today, which was the second day, and honestly, we didn't even really want to go because last year's ToyCon was pretty crowded. Had a lot of things. For those of you who have never been to a ToyCon, I suggest you attend one at least once in your life. You've got people doing costume play. You've got toys that are cheaper than when you would normally get them in regular stores. And most importantly, you get a chance to rub shoulders with fellow collectors who love toy collecting and love toys as much as you do, or even more. And it also gives you a chance to look at toys that you never would even imagine was out there. Like, I was able to find a Funko Pop of Qui-Gon Jinn, which was being sold for about 55,000 pesos, or about 1,000 US dollars, because of it was released at the New York Comic Con. And another, I think it was a Wonder Woman San Diego Comic Con release, was priced at about 100,000 pesos, which is roughly around $2,000. So a lot of grail items that you would normally just find on the internet floating somewhere or can't even find. So even if you don't buy anything, it's an experience in itself. But as much as I tried to resist, and as much as I thought I was never going to buy one thing because I was just there to hubnub and look around and maybe support, and actually even support a couple of friends who had stores. Special shout out to my classmate from high school and a former colleague from the BPO who had a store there, as well as another former schoolmate. But that being said, it was a fun experience, and ultimately, I would recommend to bring kids, if you have kids, just so that they can experience what a ToyCon really is. Now, with all of that, that's not what we really came to watch. No? I posted a reel about showing a few things, a few bags, and this episode is about what we got from ToyCon. Okay, so I don't want to prolong the agony. First real cool thing I got, which to me was not part of the things I was looking for, but I'm glad we stopped by this shop. I'll post the name of the shop in the comment section, but I think it's time for these desk mats to find another place in my home office, because we just got something so amazing. It's a huge mouse pad. For gamers, this is perfect for gamers, perfect for people who work in a home office or even put it in your office. This one's Dimos. For those of you who follow Japanese cartoons or anime, this cartoon was one of the first. They call it the Alien Romance Trilogy. It included Voltus 5, it included Mazinger Z, and Dimos was the third one. We have toys of this robot, and let me know if you want to see him. And I say them because there's more than one. But like I said, this is a pretty cool item to have on your desk. It goes like so. You could put your mouse over here. You could put your keyboard over here. Put other stuff. It's got a nice feel to it, and because the back part is made of rubber, it doesn't move. So it's pretty snug on your desk. Hopefully it does the same thing for all other surfaces. Now, what other things did we get? Now, special shout out to Jada Toys. This is not a paid advertisement, by the way. This is the first time. I'm a big Transformers collector. In fact, I got started on Transformers, and I just had to have this. The nano figures from Jada Toys, which are nano metal figures. Okay, now I apologize if you see a gloss over it because of the lights and the plastic cover. But this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 13, 18. Yeah, 18 die-cast figures, minifigures of Transformers. Anybody from Optimus Prime to Hot Rod and Sunstreaker. So this is my first Jada Toys experience, and since I haven't opened it up, I don't really have much of a background. But I also have one that's G.I. Joe's. I think this one's better. So why am I talking about Jada Toys? Because a huge part of the haul from yesterday were Jada Toys, and I'm not a big car collector. If those cars don't turn into robots, I don't really collect them. But I couldn't help myself because we found two items that were pretty unique and pretty hard to find, is kind of putting it mildly. First one is this Nissan Skyline GTR R34. Now, for those of you who are big car fans, you would remember this as the car of Brian O'Connor on the second Fast and the Furious movie, one where it didn't have Vin Diesel or any of the other original cast members except for Paul Walker. So we got this at the Jada Toy display, which we didn't really intend to get, but couldn't help myself. It's one of only two that was already there. So pretty cool. I like it. Nissan Skyline. Okay. But there's one other car that really got my attention, not because of its color, and I have no aversion to the color whatsoever, but it's just so rare. I haven't seen this anywhere, I haven't seen this on the shelves anywhere except for ToyCon. And it was sitting behind a couple of these, and it was only that guy who was saying, "Hey sir, we got something that you would probably like." And he was right. Now, do I intend to collect other Fast and the Furious cars? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't have the shelf space right now. But this one has a special place in whatever shelf you might have. And this is the Honda S2000. The pink Honda S2000, iconic. I haven't done my research, but we'll get into that once we open this box up. This was driven by the Japanese model actress. So if you know who that is and what's the name of the character, you can put that in the comment section below. But pretty cool. The good thing about the boxes for these cars is that it's got a window, not just at the front, but also at top. You can see what's inside. And this one's a convertible, so that's pretty amazing. You can see the detail inside the car. So those are the two. Actually, these were the two last ones we got. Like I said, we never really wanted to get them, but once we saw them, we just had to have them. What I really wanted to get was this. I was born in 1980. I grew up with Knight Rider. the talking car. First, well, you've got the Transformers, they're robots turning into cars talking, but this one was the first AI car, and I had to have this. First one is KIT, iconic KIT. I think it stands for Night Industries something. I can't remember. When I was a kid, I had a big 1/16th or 1/6th model that even had a Michael Knight. Unfortunately, my brother, who was younger at that time, thought it could do everything that it did on the TV, which was jump, the turbo boost. So he sent it flying from the top of the second, from the stairs of the second floor, and it crashed down and just started mumbling things instead of talking. So this is the KIT model, and like I said, Jada Toys car boxes have a window up top, so you can see the top. You can pretty much see 50% of the entire car. Okay, and it has a front window too. Okay, so just like the bigger cars, this one's a smaller model. I was trying to look for one that's this size. Unfortunately, they didn't have them. But it's still a good representation, and I like the fact that even the inside of the box, and we're going to get into that once we do an in-depth toy review, has a background, whatever. Okay, now what you said, well, KIT, yeah. Then there's that other guy. I don't really recall exactly what happened, but I think KIT was trapped and placed inside a pit. I think it was chemicals or something, and he came out a little bit goofy. So this is the bad guy KIT, the bad version of KIT. His name is Car, K.A.R.R. So it's a play on KIT, K-I-T-T. This one's K-A-R-R. And it's pretty much the same as a KIT, except for the silver bottom, the two-tone look. So these are the two that we got that really harkened back to my childhood. So we'll put that on the side. What else? Oh yeah. Okay. Now this one's amazing because I have the masterpiece version of this in the box that looks like a proton pack. This one doesn't transform. Now I know I've had a big hard and fast rule about transformer toys that don't transform, but the detail on this piece is so amazing that I just had to have it so that I could just have it sit beside my transforming masterpiece Optimus Prime. That's in Ghostbusters Deco. Okay, now let's show it to you from the top, from front. See, this is Optimus Prime, a white, red, and green splattered Optimus Prime. Okay, and like I said, you can show him from the top and the front. It's just amazing to look at. I know it doesn't transform. It's there. It's a toy car, but you can make an exception. You don't have to be so strict when it comes to your collection rules. I mean, I have a few Funko Pops now, and they're amazing. So this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I can't wait to get him out of the box. So put him on the side here. There's another one. I was keeping up with the Transformers Ghostbusters collaboration. I actually have the Ecto-1 Ectotron, which is a transforming Ectotron from the Ecto-1 hearse or Ectomobile or Ghostbusters Mobile into a robot, and the masterpiece Optimus Prime. This one's pretty cool. It's not your regular Ecto-1. It has the Ecto-1 in Transformers colors. Looks like he borrowed the color scheme of Smokescreen. We'll give you a comparison of Smokescreen right here. Okay, so it's like, again, amazing detail on this, and I can't wait to get him out of the box so we can take a closer look at him. I'm probably gonna take these ones out of the box, although I don't see them going up in value anytime soon, but in terms of play factor, just wonderful. So if you look at the top, look at all of that detail on the sirens and all of the other gizmos. So that's it. That's a pretty nice look. Keeping up with our Transformers look. This is a, you can't go to, I can't go to a ToyCon and not get a Transformers. Now we have, yeah, okay. Now the cool thing about that was that they told us if we got two, we got 10% off, and who doesn't want a deal? You go to a ToyCon for a deal. So we were talking about this one earlier, and I got a similar one. They have this in individual figures, but I got the box set. This one's nice, cartoonish looking Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Megatron. I would have loved if they had another Decepticon in there, like say a Starscream or a Soundwave. But Optimus Prime looks cool too. I mean, who doesn't love Optimus Prime? Well, some people are Beast Wars snobs, but you know, that's their choice. So again, I would have loved if there was another Decepticon over there, just so that you could balance things out. But this matches this one pretty well. And the metal, I mean, I've loved Transformers when I first had them when I was a kid. I actually had Blitzwing. That was my first Transformers. My brother had Astro Train, and it had a combination of plastic and metal. Now, what else did we get? Now we're down to our last three pieces, I think. So this one is our last Jada toy. I want to be very careful about using the word Jada, because I don't like the possibility of Will Smith coming through my door and just smacking the hell out of me. You know, if I keep his wife's name out of my effing mouth. But yeah, just being careful. I don't want another repeat of the Oscars. So this is, I think, one of the funnest things that we got from ToyCon. In fact, we had to come back for it. And I'll show it last. There's one more. There's three more pieces here, and yeah. For those of you who have been watching our YouTube channel, I think our last episode was on the Mark V, wearable Iron Man mask. And I mentioned something about the Marvel Legends version, and surprisingly, that same thing I was talking about, which I didn't have, was available at the ToyCon. Now, isn't that fortuitous, right? Isn't that serendipitous? Isn't that fate? Isn't that destiny? Or isn't that a financially detrimental accident? But I got this on the cheap again. It was this is actually a bargain compared to what you would get when it was on retail, and this was also a bargain compared to what others were selling, probably because the box was a little dinged. Now we'll get into that once we do an in-depth review. But this is the Mark III or Mark IV. This is a predecessor of the Mark V. It's an authentic Marvel Legends release, and this is the Iron Man electronic helmet, and it's also wearable. So watch out for the next episode as we unbox this and we try to put it on the same way we did with the Mark V. Okay, now we're running out of space, so I'll put a few things aside. And again, I'm sorry for those of you watching this. This is not for sale. These just got bought, so I'll put this aside. Okay, and this one, I'll show it to you last. Now this one, I wasn't really intent on getting one. In fact, I've been trying to veer away from Marvel stuff because I'm dug too heavily into Marvel Legends, X-Men, and if I go into the Avengers, there's a possibility that things might get out of hand, and I might try to look for other Avenger items, and that's going to snowball. So I've limited myself to Iron Man stuff, Marvel Cinematic Universe Iron Man material, but I just couldn't help myself because I loved the Cinematic Universe. I love that Iron Man kicked it off. Robert Downey Jr. was just the best key to unlocking that whole universe. But who would ever deny that having Thanos as the big bad of the whole saga was a good decision and a great decision on the part of Kevin Feige. Now, mentioning Thanos, this is another thing that we got. It's, again, cheaper than retail. About 50% cheaper than retail. We finally got our hands on the Avengers, Thanos' weapon of choice. Fine, I'll do it myself. This is Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. And again, it is articulated and it's wearable. I don't know how my hand is going to fit in this, because this whole box probably has the entire glove or gauntlet. And you're having a hard time seeing me behind this box because it's just huge. Just to show you the scale of this thing, this is my arm. And this is just unbelievably small compared to the box. Now, I don't know what's inside. I think it's been opened just for checking. It's been retaped. But the seller said that it's actually mint inside sealed box. Now, for those of you who know me, for those of you who followed my collecting journey, I rarely buy stuff that's back in box or something that's been opened. So we have another box here. It doesn't have, this one is not authentic or original Marvel. I think it's a third-party recreation, unauthorized reproduction. But I won't tell you what's inside. I'll give you a chance to guess. It comes in a square box, but thin. Okay. Okay. First person who could actually let's play a game. Let's play a game. First person. I don't know how to go about this, because some of you may be from out of the country, so I don't know. But let's make it fun. I'll see how I can work things out, but we'll probably send you a message or something if anyone can guess what's inside this box, and we'll figure something out. But feel free to guess on the comments what this box contains. It's a mystery box I got, and yeah, it's from China, like most of these toys are. So that's one. That's the second to the last one, and I'm pretty excited about this one too. So the last item that we have is a very cool Optimus Prime remote controlled transforming remote controlled Optimus Prime. No, it's not. This is what you call the RoboSen Lite. No, I can't say RoboSen. This is similar to the RoboSen. It's not voice activated, but it's got a remote control. It looks amazing for its price. Honestly, if I told you the price right now, if I told you how much it was for, you wouldn't believe what it could do. So it transforms, you can control it via remote. Doesn't speak, but for less than $100, I suggest you get one. Okay, so look for it on the internet. For those of you in the Philippines, I think there are a few items still left. I think I got this from Toy Town, and they say that their store is in Toy Town in Glorieta or something. Again, this is not a paid advertisement, but shout out to those guys. Really friendly, really nice guys at the ToyCon, and pretty cool group. So this is a pretty cool haul, if I do say so myself. Didn't break the bank. Okay, it didn't break the bank. We didn't go above a theoretical budget. We had a lot of items, and again, all of these purchases were unplanned. I wasn't looking for anything specific because I already put a limit to what I will collect for this year, because a few things are coming. G.I. Joe classified Dragonfly. I have a Cat Slayer coming in. So a few of these big, the Robos and Megatron, a few of these things are big purchases that I'm saving up for. So these were unplanned, but I'm still happy. Again, didn't break the bank. I got all of this on discount. All of these Jada Toys items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 8 items, all had 10% discounts. This one I got. I mean, all of these Marvel Legends, I got for less than $100 a piece. So pretty cool deal. Pretty cool deal. Again, and the Dymos mat. The Dymos mat is less than $10. I think it's about $7. So, good thing about the Dymos mat, by the way, I have to say this before we end, is that you can actually get in touch with the company and send them a picture, and they can make one custom made for you. So if you're a vlogger or aspiring one like me, and you want to have your logo on your desk, you have a specific size, you can have them make it for you. Or if you have a specific character in mind, that will do also. But again, it was a fun ToyCon. Got in about 8,000 steps, little steps when you were getting into the crowded spots. A couple of things that I would just like to mention is that people were complaining that there were issues with the fact that there were no celebrities were present. Last year, they had the actor who played Red Mask from what do you call this, Mask Man, and Mask Rider Black. They were there for 3 days. They showed up, and a few characters who played the Filipino version of Voltus 5. But now there were not a lot of celebrities there. Honestly, I didn't see that as a negative factor. It's the ToyCon is a coming together of people who love toys, people who sell toys, people who like toys, people who collect them. It's a convention. It's a toy convention, and it's a little, there's a little bit of everything for everybody. But ultimately, it's about just enjoying and having fun with people who like the same hobby and who are into the same things as you are. And for me, I've been collecting on and off for about 20 years now, and really hardcore for the last 5 years. 5 to 7 years. And this is my third ToyCon where I really actively went. And you're not there for the bands, you're not there, of course, those are things that are nice on the side, but you're there because you have people who love toys as much as you love them. And, you know, even if it's just for the conversation, even if it's a toy conversation that you're there for, I think the price of entry is well worth it. So, I think the last day is on a Sunday, and we'll have to wait for another year for ToyCon to come about. But ultimately, I had fun. We loved the camaraderie, you know, people recognizing other toy collectors. We had a few celebrities there who were celebrities in the local toy community and loved sharing thoughts and ideas, as well as really known sellers. But again, the price of admission is pretty cheap compared to the experience of being there with people who love a hobby that is, although not marginalized, it's misunderstood sometimes, and for grown-ups and for middle-aged people like me, it's kind of frowned upon. And to see other people supporting you for what you do and for what you love gives you a feeling that, you know, you're normal too, and this is normal too. So with that being said, thank you for watching this episode. And don't forget to click on like and subscribe for more content in the future. And you will see all of these guys. All of these guys will be posted, will be featured in our future episodes, especially this one. I would love to feature this one. I would love to sit him beside Robos and Optimus Prime, but I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, again, click on like and subscribe. Hit the bell button for the notification when we post these guys out. And thank you for watching. Hope to see you in future episodes, and happy collecting.